Now, you're watching Wave 3 News Listens Live.
And it is a celebration.
With your host, Jon Ramsey.
Welcome into the Wednesday edition of Wave 3 Listens Live. I hope you're smiling and feeling good. If you're not smiling, then why not? Perhaps you have ill-fitting dentures. Maybe you're missing a tooth or two and you're just not comfortable with your smile. Well, we've got the remedy for that. Freedom Mini Dental Implants. With me once again is Dr. Regan Ackerman. Dr. Ackerman, welcome back to the show.
Hi, thank you.
How's business been for you? You know, we've talked a little bit since the pandemic began, but business for you at Freedom Mini Dental Implants, everything is okay, right?
Yes, everything's been going great with the new protocols. You know, we were kind of shut down for about 4 weeks, but it's picked right back up, and we're helping patients and getting them out of that denture glue. I mean, basically when we were open, they were knocking on the door ready to get their implants and get out of denture glue and get out of dentures and help them out. And so business is doing great. And, you know, we're taking all the protocols, taking temperatures, you know, making sure everybody stays safe and healthy, but still being able to treat patients.
Yeah, and if you're not familiar with exactly what Dr. Ackerman does, and that's what the show is all about. It's about exposing you to something that perhaps you didn't know existed that can enhance your life, and in this case it really can. I think it's probably pretty common, Dr. Ackerman, that people have dentures they're not happy with, they're tired of the glue, maybe they don't fit quite right, they can't eat the things that they love. Talk a little bit about why the answer is Freedom Mini Dental Implants.
Certainly, yes. I see patients every day that come in. They hate their denture. They're tired of using tubes of denture glue to keep it in. So many times I see patients that are wearing their upper denture and never wear their bottom denture because it just won't stay in and it flops around. So that's where the mini implants come in. You know, we can do a Snap-In Denture, and I know we'll show models and everything later. We do the permanent teeth. It's a lot less invasive, usually a lot less costly. I see a lot of patients that were told they weren't candidates for implants, the surgical implants, the big ones, and I'm able to help those patients because with the mini implant, I don't have to have as much bone. They're just a smaller diameter, less invasive implant. So I'm able to get people out of bad situations where they're, you know, tired, frustrated, they can't eat, they can't chew, they can't smile, do the things they wanted to do, and get them in a much better situation with the mini implants.
There is really no downside to it. As you mentioned, it's less costly than the former procedure. It's, as you said, it doesn't take long. It's basically, there's really no cutting into the gums or anything, no surgical operation. Yeah, no incisions. It's really very simple. If you have a question, maybe you have a loved one who's tired of those dentures, 571-5263 will field calls today. But I always think it's good to start off with one of your patients. Proof is in the pudding, and you're going to introduce us all to Harold, right?
Yes, this is Harold. He might be one of my favorite patients. He came in. He is 95 years old. So people always ask age. You are never too old for implants. Harold came in 95. He had a denture. He was really never wore it, frustrated, couldn't eat. He had an upper denture. So we ended up doing the permanent teeth for him. He wanted just to not worry about anything. He wanted to have teeth in no matter what. And there he is with the permanent teeth. And, you know, we talked to him a couple days ago, and he's like, I can eat anything I want to eat now, and he's just so happy. And it just proves to show that, you know, at 95 you're never, you know, too old. He wanted to be able to eat again and chew again and smile again and not have to worry about a denture, and it's just, he's great.
Wow, it's amazing. You know, pretty teeth make such a difference in terms of he looks so much more youthful there.
Yes.
Yeah, congratulations to you, Harold. Seems like a really happy guy. And you mentioned something, you touched upon something there, and don't get me wrong, I love the pictures because the physical is pretty obvious here, but it's more than just the superficial. It's about foods that you miss, that you formerly could eat, and because you have these dentures that don't quite fit, you can no longer eat them. So talk a little bit about that, Doc.
Yeah, certainly. It's all, you know, looks are always great, but function is very important so that, you know, you can eat steak again and carrots and pretzels. You know, it's amazing how many patients, they miss certain foods and they didn't realize how much they missed them until they're able to eat them again. You know, I've had a patient tell me, she was like, I heard the crunch of a cracker again. She hadn't been able to eat a cracker. And you're right, it helps your overall health. When you're not able to eat those healthy foods, you know, a lot of those other foods are high in sugar or just not healthy for you. So when you're able to eat the things you want to eat, you're much healthier overall. You know, the mouth is the gateway to the rest of your body, and so it's really important that you stay eating nutritional foods and keep it healthy.
Yeah, you talk about, crunchy vegetables and steak that's loaded with iron and minerals and all these antioxidants that's in fruits. All of that is available to you once again with Freedom Mini Dental Implants. All right, before we show the models and exactly how it works, we've asked for phone calls, 571-5263. Julie joins us now. Julie, welcome in. You have a question for Dr. Ackerman?
Yes, I have a daughter who is now 25 years old, and when she was about 5 years old, she fell and busted her front right tooth completely out, root and all.
Yep.
The root ripped her gums. So they tried to reimplant it, and of course it attached to the bone. So as she got older, the tooth was disappearing, so they had to take it out.
Okay.
So she's been wearing a retainer.
Yes.
And it's got a false tooth on it.
Yep.
They're saying that they don't know if they can get implant to look right because her gums are kind of right there where that tooth was.
Right.
Are messed up. So
Yeah.
I don't know if she's a candidate or.
Yes, so I have seen this story and heard, I see so many patients, what you refer to as a retainer, a lot of people refer to as a flipper, and they are so frustrated with them because they move around, they come in and out. So yes, I've seen a lot of patients in your daughter's situation, and we can certainly, help her out. What I will tell you, we offer free consultations. So I would definitely call the office and get the consultation, and also at that consultation, I'll take a free 3D x-ray, a scan, and confirm, that there's enough bone there. But more than likely, we should be able to help her out. I'll show models later of how we do the single teeth, because we help people out all the time that are missing just one tooth, that have had that trauma and missing a tooth, and getting them out of wearing that retainer, which I know is frustrating to wear. So definitely call and get the free consultation set up, and I can definitely see if I can help her.
Julie, thank you so much for calling. Dr. Ackerman, I want to ask you, okay, that's probably a question you hear often is, okay, I'm missing one tooth and the flipper, and you mentioned, what other questions do you hear a lot? I know you've already touched upon one. There's a lot of people have been told, maybe it was 10, 15 years ago, that they didn't have enough bone. And that's one thing that's great about Freedom Mini Dental Implants. You don't need much bone. You don't tell many people no. What other kind of questions do you hear often?
Right. That's a big one. A lot of people have been told they have periodontal disease, which is, bone loss around their teeth, and so they therefore immediately think they're not a candidate for implants. But I see a lot of people that, end up losing their teeth because of periodontal disease. But with the mini implants, there's usually enough bone to be able to do those mini implants. Another common question is their medical history. Do they have to be taken off a blood thinner or things like that? And that's the beauty of the mini implants, because they are so less invasive. I don't have to take anybody off a blood thinner. Usually there's not a lot of contraindications with their medical history.
All right, if you have a question, 571-5263, perhaps you, a loved one. Wouldn't it be great to eat those foods that you love? Wouldn't it be great to be at a family reunion, a wedding, and the picture time comes and you feel good about your smile? That's really what it's all about here. Okay, so coming up after the break, we're going to show you exactly how it's done via some models that Dr. Ackerman will show you. But again, I want to remind you, you can call us with your questions. 571-5263. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back. We are live on Wave 3 Listens Live.
We may all have a long road ahead, but even little steps make a difference. That's why your local restaurants found bigger spaces, learned new tools, and did more of what we do best, so we could all take this step toward normal together. Now that we can see you in person, we'd love to see you again, so we can help each other take more steps in the direction we all want to go. Welcome forward.
All law firms are not the same, and that's a fact. When our clients are denied payments for Social Security, Morgan & Morgan wins more than the national average, and we can say that because it's true. That means when you hire our lawyers, you have a better chance of winning than the average lawyer, and that's a really big deal. When you're injured and need a lawyer, the law firm you choose makes a big difference. Choose wisely. There's only one Morgan & Morgan. ForThePeople.com.
Welcome back to Wave 3 Listens. I'm always amazed about how many calls we receive when Dr. Regan Ackerman is on the show. I think it's because people, there hits a point where they're going, you know what, I'm not procrastinating any longer. I'm tired of this. And the answer is Freedom Mini Dental Implants. If you have ill-fitting dentures, if you're not happy with your smile, Doctor, you have a couple of ways, a couple of procedures that you perform, so the choice is yours. But if you would, show us via the models exactly what you do and how it works.
Yeah, certainly. I'll start off with what we call the Snap-In Denture. So this is a great option for those patients that have a denture or need a denture and they don't want to use denture glue. So imagine this is your mouth without teeth, okay? And then these are the mini dental implants. And we just call them a mini implant because they're just smaller in diameter. When I place this implant, I'm just numbing up the gum, a little, numbing, little local anesthetic. I don't have to put you to sleep or anything. I don't make any incisions or stitches. And, I place these implants, no swelling, no bleeding. And the day I place the implants, that same day, I'm able to put these attachments inside the denture, and then you leave with the denture snapped on to those implants, nice and tight. Yep. So then you don't have to worry about using denture glue anymore. You know your denture is going to stay in there. You've got that confidence. You can eat so many more foods with it. You basically wear your denture 24/7, but you'll be able to take it out yourself and rinse and clean it. So this is a great option to get people, more comfortable with their denture, out of denture glue, eating more foods, more secure. They can go out and have that confidence, don't have to worry about their denture falling out anymore. So this is a fantastic option, what we call the Snap-In Denture.
And if you were with us during our first segment, Harold had the permanent teeth put in. And I love this method because, as you said, this is like your third set of teeth.
Yes.
Yeah. So show us how that one works.
Okay. Yep. So this is definitely the nicest thing we do for people because it gets you out of a denture completely. So you can see this is just a bridge of teeth.
No plastic
So
there.
no more denture, no bulky plastic, nothing covering the roof of your mouth anymore. As far as the implants go, same thing. Gonna place them, with no incisions, no stitches, and we place the implants in. It's permanently cemented in your mouth, and then you have nothing on the roof of your mouth. You get to taste your food again, and no bulky denture.
Implants. I'm curious, when people like Harold and your patients, when the finished product and they see the mirror and they go, do you hear this a lot, like, why didn't I?
Your dentist doesn't know about the advancement in technologies, so that's why I'm here, trying to spread the word about the mini implants.
571-5263. We talked about the former method. Now, this, as I said, has been around for over 15 years now. So why aren't people more aware of it? Is it because once you get into it, you just don't know, right?
Right, exactly. You may have had dentures for 10, 20 years, and this, wasn't an option, or your dentist didn't know about it. You haven't been to the dentist, and you didn't know it was an option. Yes, and the old surgical implants, they're much bigger, and and they may have been, not affordable for someone. And these are definitely a lot less expensive and more affordable too for somebody that didn't think they could get implants. But yeah, the technology's been around for 10, 15 years. I see patients every day that have had their mini implants for 15 years. So it definitely works, and it's the advancement in technology that's out there, and it's available.
Old habits are hard to break, though. We've all seen that relative at family reunions or at weddings or parties, and they're covering their mouth, and they're uncomfortable talking to you. They're uncomfortable getting into pictures. Do you ever find that a client says, I just can't get accustomed to smiling. I like my smile, but it's been years.
I do. I joke sometimes when we do our after pictures. I'm like, don't make me tickle you, because that's how I can get them to smile. You're right. They haven't smiled for so long. They've kind of forgotten how to smile again. So, but it changes quickly. They learn quickly how to smile again when they get, the Snap-In Denture or the permanent teeth. They're smiling all over the place, wanting to show it off.
And there again is Harold. Now, you mentioned he was 90...
95.
Okay, and
Yes.
age demographically, you say it's really any age, because there may be children who, like our former caller, Julie said, via an accident or whatever, they may be missing a tooth or two. Maybe they were born that way. You can help them, right?
Yes, yeah. I mean, I've seen as young as 17 years old to Harold, 95 years old. So yes, all they have to do is, call the office and set up the free consultation. We'll do the free x-ray and, make sure they're a candidate, go over their options, go over cost. It doesn't hurt anything to call the office and set up the consult.
All right, let's talk to Sue, who is nice enough to watch the show today and call us. Sue, welcome in. You have a question?
Yes, I do. Thank you. I'm wanting to know if there's a specific length of time that the doctor recommends between the time you have teeth extractions and the time you either consult with her or have dental implants?
Yes, great question. So yeah, if you already have teeth but they need to be extracted, I do recommend usually around 4 months of healing. But with that being said, you'll never not be without teeth. So if you still have your teeth but they need to be extracted, I would still advise come to the consultation first, because I can always make, depending on if it's one tooth or all your teeth, we can make a denture or a temporary or something for you to wear during those 4 months of healing. So you'll never not be without teeth, for sure. But if you do let things heal up, the bone will be that much better when we do go to place implants. Now, the big difference, too, between the mini implants and the surgical implants is, once you're healed up, when I place those implants, the healing is a lot less. You're either getting the Snap-In Denture the day I put the implants in, or, you're final within a couple weeks instead of having to heal up another 3 to 6 months, which is usually the case with the surgical implants. So that's why we say there's a lot less healing time with the mini implants.
Yeah, as you mentioned, it just Novocaine. I mean, with the former method, it was surgical. It was true surgery.
It was a lot of trips and surgeries, and a lot of times you had to go to one doctor for this part and then back to your dentist, and it could be up to a year too long process, so, and about double the cost.
Yeah, about double the cost. Now, if you don't mind, the model that shows the size of the bone, I don't know exactly how to word this, but the bottom line is they needed more bone in the former method, yes.
Yeah, so yeah, this speaks volumes for kind of the difference in, there we go. So the little hole, the small hole, that is the hole that I make when I place a mini implant, versus the surgical implant, a much bigger hole and a much bigger implant. So you can see the difference in why the mini implants are a lot less invasive, why I don't have to do any incisions and stitches, and also why I'm able to do implants on people that were told they weren't candidates for implant. They were told they didn't have enough bone, or that they needed sinus lifts, or they needed bone grafts. So a lot of times I can place a mini implant in those areas versus the surgical method, where they have to have a lot more bone, more healing time. So yeah, this is definitely a good illustration of the difference in the implants.
So advancements in technology, you and I have talked about this before. It's a lot like if you had your appendix removed years ago, it was a big surgery, lots of healing time, and now it's done with a laser.
Yeah.
So it's similar to that. So, because I'm wondering, why would anyone use the old method? Yep. When you have this method,
it's like the laparoscopic version of implants. So yeah, I mean, I know if I was going to have an implant, this is how, what I would want, because it's a lot less invasive.
And a lot less expensive as well. 571-5263 if you have a question. Dr. Ackerman is in the house. We'll take a little break and we'll come back with those questions on Wave 3 Listens Live.
Tim Jones back for Toyota of Louisville. Have you had past credit problems? Well, chances are Second Chance Finance can help you get into your next vehicle. Come see us on Dixie Highway. Toyota of Louisville, a Swope dealership where nobody walks away.
I'm Amy McGrath, and I will never forget watching the murder of George Floyd. When I saw him cry out for his mom, my heart broke. Then we heard threats that the military I proudly served in would be used against American citizens. As your senator, I will stand up to any president who treats people as less than human. I approve this message because everyone is someone's child. As a mom, I will never forget that.
Tim Jones back for Toyota of Louisville. Have you had past credit problems? Well, chances are Second Chance Finance can help you get into your next vehicle. Come see us on Dixie Highway. Toyota of Louisville, a Swope dealership where nobody walks away.
Welcome back. Freedom Mini Dental Implants. Dr. Regan Ackerman is here. 571-5263 if you have a question. Dr. Ackerman, again, we've talked about, the superficial, the smile, and it is nice to be confident in your smile. But when you don't feel confident in your smile, I think it can cause probably deeper issues in terms of self-esteem, losing self-esteem, isolation.
For sure.
You don't want to participate as much. You don't want to go out to a restaurant. Maybe it's because you're embarrassed.
Yeah.
Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely hear the stories all the time, and it's so disheartening. That's why people don't go to a function or a wedding, or they won't go out to eat with, their family because they are embarrassed and they're afraid, their denture might fall out, or if they're missing a tooth, or a lot of people are missing, even just your back teeth, what I call your big chewers, and it inhibits them from what they can eat. And so you're right, it does. It can take a mental toll on you as well. And if you're embarrassed about it and not want to smile in pictures and go to social functions. So it can definitely have a big effect on your mental health as well as your physical health.
All right, we go to the phones. Amber's nice enough to watch and nice enough to give us a call as well. Amber, welcome in.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi. Question. My husband has the old time, the big hole denture. Can he have the minis put in?
Yeah, so if I understand you correctly, he probably has maybe 2 of the old surgical implants and his denture snaps onto that. Yes, and I have seen patients in his situation too, and that, it fits, it's an improvement, but it still may move a little and they want extra stabilization. So yes, I can go around and add the mini implants around the 2 surgical implants and just stabilize that denture even more, or transition them into the permanent teeth. And we can definitely add mini implants around the surgical implants. So yeah, that's a great question. Yeah, so that definitely can be done.
Thank you for the call, Amber. Let's go to Donna now, who joins us. Donna, welcome in.
Thank you.
You have a question?
Yes, I do. I have a question about, I haven't had dentures in over 10 years.
So are you wondering if you'd still be a candidate since you've had them for so long?
Yeah, I don't have any teeth at all right now.
Yes, yeah. So like I said, the best thing to do is come in for the consultation, and I take that 3D x-ray. It's really easy. You just stand there and it goes around your head, and then it would confirm that you have enough bone. But I will tell you, I've seen people that have worn dentures for 20, 30 years, and I've still been able to do the implants on them, and they've been a candidate. So it can be done, and I've done it, definitely. But I'll say the longer you wait, the harder, your bone does resorb over time. So now is the time to come in and see if you're a candidate for sure.
Yep, and as we pointed out earlier, you just need a little bone. So if you've been told no in the past, it doesn't cost to have a consultation, right?
Right, yep, it's a free consultation.
All right, can we take a look at there's Harold again. Boy, he's a handsome individual. He's bringing sexy back. Look at him, he looks fantastic.
Yes,
so,
he does.
We also talked about we've talked a lot about dentures, but we haven't really talked in depth about people who need a single tooth. And you can do that as well. You have a model, Dr. Ackerman.
Yes.
So tell us how that works.
Yeah, so let me show kind of this final model here, because definitely the caller earlier, I think this is the situation her daughter was in. So yeah, if you're just missing 1 tooth in the front, like this model, we can do a mini implant for the 1 tooth. Same process, just numbing it up a little bit, and no incisions or stitches. And then we're able to make, have a nice pretty tooth, and then that will cement onto the mini implant, and it is cemented permanently in your mouth. So no more flipper, no more partial, no more retainer. I had a patient tell me it's like she grew her tooth back, is what she told me. And along those same lines, you don't have to be just missing 1 tooth. you can be missing 2 or 3 teeth. I see a lot of people that are missing their back molars, and they miss chewing with those molars again, and they're, you know, just hurting their front teeth because they're chewing with those all the time. So same thing, we can replace 2 or 3 teeth. You know, we just place a couple more implants, and then we have the teeth here splinted together, and then those will cement on to the implants and be permanently in your mouth. And this option, a lot of people have a partial. It covers the roof of their mouth. It's bulky. This gets a lot of people out of a partial as well. So it's a great option. So you can be missing 1 tooth, 2 teeth, all your teeth. There's many options and many ways for us to use these mini implants.
Yeah, during this pandemic, I hear from a lot of folks say, I've done so many home improvements and I'm reorganizing. How about enhancing your life, feeling good about your smile? Give them a call today at Freedom Mini Dental Implants, and the consultation is absolutely free. Dr. Ackerman will take care of you, and she guarantees a smile that's as pretty as hers. Okay.
Yes.
See, look at that. And look at Harold, as handsome as Harold.
Yes.
We'll be right back with some details on Wave 3 Listens Live.
A message from attorney Mike Sullivan about disability benefits.
You can't work anymore, you file for disability, and they shut the door in your face. Don't let Social Security deny your future. You paid into this system. Now it's their turn to pay you. Fight back. Let me open that door for you. Call me now. Come on in. We got it.
Call 888-587-0228. Call now.
Let us help you by keeping our Kohler certified installers busy with our half-off installation sale. New Bath Today specializes in Kohler walk-in bath and showers that are designed for safety and elegance right here in the USA. Build the shower or bath you've always dreamed of and get it installed in as little as 1 day. No more messy, lengthy renovations. Just a better shower experience. All backed with a limited lifetime warranty. This month, save 50% off installation, plus you'll pay nothing until 2021. Call now.
So, Dr. Ackerman, again, consultation, absolutely free, right?
Yes, free consultation. We're on Dixie Hwy across from Valley High School, so make a phone call and set up the free consultation. I'd love to see you and go over your options. Again, Freedom Mini Dental Implants, there's the information on the screen. Yeah, don't put off that smile. You deserve to have a smile that you feel confident about. Have a good day, and we'll see you tomorrow right here on Wave 3 Listens Live.
Stay informed about the coronavirus on the Wave 3 News app.
Now is the best time to buy, and the Kia stores are ready for your business. Where new 2020 Kia Souls are only $159 per month. This is not a lease, you own it. Plus, at-home delivery available for your convenience. Visit KiaStore.com today.
With delivery from Long John Silver's, you can turn any moment into a treasured moment. Choose from our fish and shrimp, grilled salmon and shrimp, or fish and chicken variety platters. Visit LongJohnSilvers.com to find delivery near you. Long John Silver's, fish yeah.
I'm Amy McGrath, and I will never forget watching the murder of George Floyd. When I saw him cry out for his mom, my heart broke. Then we heard threats that the military I proudly served in would be used against American citizens. As your senator, I will stand up to any president who treats people as less than human. I approve this message because everyone is someone's child. As a mom, I will never forget that.
If you wait too long after your injury to call us, you may have no case, and that's money gone forever. During these difficult times, we are working overtime to make sure that we're there for you, for the people.
Stay with Wave 3 News for coronavirus coverage as news breaks.
Now is the best time to buy, and the Kia stores are ready for your business. Where new 2020 Kia Souls are only $159 per month. This is not a lease, you own it. Plus, at-home delivery available for your